Hello, good morning. So I'll be making these YouTube tutorials for most of my pals that requested for it. As a newbie, there are things you have to do concerning programming. That is, if you want to set up a coding environment, because I sent PDF to some of them, but they still found it very hard to set up the environment. So one of the first things you do, and you should know that Google is supposed to be your friend. Then let me see how I'm using this browser, Mozilla Firefox Developer Edition. So I'm trying to go online now. I want to search for text editor that will enable you to do your codings. So you click here. When you type your text editor and the search text editor, it's gonna bring list of some text for you to see. I think we have free text editor, like we have Sublime, although it's paid. I'm using Sublime actually. We have Notepad++, we have brackets, um, we have Komodo Edit, Visual Studio Code, Meeting Wall. I would just suggest you get the bracket because it's actually free. Understand? I already have it installed in my system, so there is no need for me to install it again now. What you just have to do is to download one of these text editor here. You try and download any one of those text editor there now. Like this is my Sublime text editor, and this is my bracket text editor. Although I actually prefer using a Sublime text editor because I have downloaded most plugins for it. The two are really good. They are just very okay. You can try them out. So now, if you've done with that, that is the first step now. So the second step, I'm closing my browser. The second step now is to create a folder. I'm trying to create a folder. Sorry, I have so many icons in my desktop background. You create a folder and let me name the folder newbie. Let me name the folder newbie. So in this newbie folder now, this is where I'll be doing most of my coding. You understand? I'll be doing most of my coding now. And this is my Sublime text editor that I'll be using for this project. Let me open. I want to open that folder that is in my desktop that I just created, newbie. So how do I locate it? I go down to my desktop. Let me see. This is my desktop. I click on it. Then I go to newbie. This is newbie. I open it. If you understand. Now in this newbie now, I'm going to create a new file. This new file, this new file, I will call this new file what? Let me call it index.html. Index.html. That is it, index.html now, because actually I'm a PHP coder, but I'm actually doing this for the newbie. Then the first thing you have to do is you have to write let me say the background of how the HTML document looks like. For Sublime, for those using Sublime text editor, we already have all this outline, but for better understanding, I think I'll code it for you to see. The first thing we have to do is the first angle bracket, then we'll do our doc type HTML. Doc type HTML. So we start with our HTML tag. Wow, that is one of the listing of Sublime, the auto completion now. Okay, let me just use it. If you are using Sublime text editor, you just do your shift and you type your exclamation mark, you type the exclamation mark, then you tap your shift bar. It's gonna bring out this layout for you, and this is telling the browser that it's an HTML5 document and the language is English. We have the head, we have the head, we have the body, we have the closing, the opening head. Inside the opening head, we have the meta chassis UTF-8. We have the title. This is what is going to display on our browser. Understand? This is what we are going to see on our browser when we are typing. We have the closing head. Inside, in between these two heads, we can have our linking. We can have various linking that for CSS and every other thing you want to do. If you want to do any styling in our CSS, this is where it should be done. So when you come down here, this is where we actually start our typing. So I want to show you something now. I've saved this document now and I want to open it in the web browser. So let me minimize, and this is our folder. When I click on this our folder, actually empty index.html. Yes.html. Let me copy it. So let me come here now. These are background now. Sorry, I didn't actually close the previous file I was in. Sorry for everything. So this our background now for coding is actually prepared now for coding. So if I want to access these documents now on the web page now, let me go back to the folder, and this is the folder now. This is the newbie folder I created. So when I click on it, you notice my default browser here is Chrome browser. But when I click on it now, this is the index.html file. When I right click now, I click open with. You can use any of the browser, but I prefer using this Firefox Developer Edition. When I click on it now, it's loading. It's gonna show. This is what it's gonna show there. It's not showing anything. So let me type p tag. My first project. Save. Let me try to refresh it. See how far. Have you seen it? My first project there. Then this is where you can actually we have the inline styling. For instance, I want to do an inline styling. I'll say style, repost. Let me say color. Let me use pink. Let me go back to my browser. Have you seen the color has changed now? So there are many various things we can do. I can also decide to create a new file that is for styling. I call this style.css. The CSS is the extension. The HTML is also an extension. Let me see, if I'm trying to link this now to the style.css, maybe I don't want to do any internal styling. Let me remove this now. When I remove this and save now, let me go to the browser. It's gonna go back to the actual, how the actual color of the text is. Now if I want to do a linking now, come here, link. Let me see, this is the linking now. What am I linking it to? What is my directory? I'm linking it, is still this inside. These two are inside this folder, the same directory. So what am I linking? I'm linking it to style.css. You understand? So I want to give it a background color. Let me see. I want to give it a background color. Let me target it with this, say background color. Let me search for background color. Orange. Let me say I want to use orange. I save this now. I want to see if it's connected now. So when I refresh, have you seen the color has changed? It's one of this thing of styling. That is the styling for you. If I want to change the font size, I can also change this font size. So now for all those that requested for this video, this is a way to set up your coding environment. Once you set up your coding environment like this, you don't have any problem. You can do all your typings. All your typing should be inside the body tag, between the opening body tag and your closing body tag. And if you have any JavaScript file, let me say script, you should always be for here. It's always best for it to be around here so that it will load faster. Thank you very much. And again, just like my video. If you really like the video, just like my page on YouTube. Thank you once again. I still remain ubongsky1. Thank you.